Wow. Thank you, Mr. Gallagher. Thank you, Mr. Rando. Thank you, Board of Directors, administrators, brothers, all the brothers of Sacred Heart. Brother Martin has allowed me to travel to Africa, to Klagetoh, to visit Brother Chris, Brother Charles. We have brothers all over. We have Brother Neary and Brother Neil, just like were mentioned earlier, as the only two brothers on faculty, but their reach goes far beyond. So I do appreciate and want to thank all the brothers. Fellow faculty, staff, and all guests that are here today, thank you so much for this honor and for being here to help celebrate with me. Obviously, I'd like to start out by acknowledging a few people who have had a great deal as why I'm up here receiving this award. I met my fiance a little over a year ago. It hadn't been very long. And in that short period of time, her understanding and allowing me to do what I love, and teaching and coaching is what I do to love, and teaching and coaching at Brother Martin is what I do love to do. And she has allowed me to do that. The long days during the week, weekend tournaments all weekend, thank you for understanding and allowing me to do that. It was even to the point where, for us to spend some time together, it required her to come to a Brother Martin event, athletic event, that I was working. And she was willing to make that drive and do that so we can just spend a little bit of time together. Thank you so much for loving me. This past year and a half has been phenomenal. I can't wait to marry you next January. So thank you so much. I should have known that it was destined and meant to be when I found out a year and a half ago that Megan came from a family that has big time tradition in Brother Martin, Corieju, St. Aloysius. They bleed the same crimson and gold as my family did, the Dupuy family. If you know them, Mr. Claude Dupuy graduated way back in St. Aloysius. He's close to being one of the oldest living grads that we have. So I should have known something was a little bit different when I found Megan, that it would work out and it would be this perfect. Now I know why. My family, and this is going to be a little difficult for me to speak on. Me and one of my cousins joke around all the time. We'll be at an LSU tailgate talking just about family, friends, life in general. And we joke around that one of the things you don't get to choose is your parents. And we talk about our family in general, how we're already winners. We've already hit the jackpot. We won the family lottery. And it's something that we joke around with, but it's true. And they've been the best role models for my brothers and I, whether it was, and Ryan mentioned it in his opening remarks, speaking on me, our family was super tight. We did everything together. I thought all families did what we did. We did eat dinner. We did go to Mass together. We went to Brother Martin football games together. We went on family vacations. And that foundation that my parents set for us was phenomenal. My mom, she was the most selfless, kind, compassionate person I've ever known. She to me, was the best person on the planet. And I really mean that. She battled cancer for 8 years, and I never heard her complain one time. She never felt sorry for herself, and more importantly, she never lost her faith. And watching my mom in those trying times, and seeing what she went through and how strong she was, I'll never forget that. I miss you every day, and I love you so much. My dad, my hero, my best man. Thank you for pushing us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for not being afraid to say, I love you. We are emotional people. You can see as I came up with Mr. Rando and Ryan, touchy-feely. That's who we are, and most of that comes from of my dad. Thank you for instilling the love of Brother Martin into us at an early age. Choosing a high school for most people can be a tough decision. It wasn't a decision. It was way of life. It's what we do. We went to games. I knew that's what I wanted to do. And you instilling that love into us kind of has led me to where I am today. So thank you, and I love you so much too. Both sides of my family. Obviously the Lambert name, but the Lambert name as well. My middle name is Lambert. Both of my grandfathers graduated from St. Aloysius. Dr. Leo A. Lambert and Sidney F. Lambert. And their decision to get educated by the Brothers of the Sacred Heart a long time ago has led to a tradition that uncles, cousins, brothers, that all of us have followed. So that decision they made a long time ago really led us to where we are. The Brother Moore Schaefer Award, what it means to me, a little different perspective. Obviously, I never knew Brother Moore, never met him, but I have a unique perspective, I believe. As a student for 5 years, I saw some of my teachers at the time receive this honor, and I knew them inside the classroom and out were phenomenal people. Man, this Brother Moore must have been something special, because Miss Bandera was something special when she taught me, or Mr. Mason was something special when he taught me. You knew it at the time. So in my 5 years as a student, I saw many former teachers receive that honor. And then as my 16 years now as a teacher, I've seen some of my friends and colleagues receive the award. Coach Wiz, Miss Wow, Miss Broussard, Coach Duke, Miss Gomez. People that I see every single day that I consider some of my closest friends. So it's really, really unique for me, and to be mentioned in the same sentence as my former colleagues, the ones that are here, the ones that won the award that couldn't be with us today, and actually Brother Moore himself, to be mentioned in that same regard is something I'm extremely proud of. When Ryan got up and talked a little bit about who I am and my style and the way I do things, I have a pretty outgoing personality. I enjoy talking to most people. Individual recognition makes me a little uncomfortable. It does. I enjoy being part of a team. A team. A team is people pulling in the same direction, going for the common goal. And that's what we do. And being a member of that family, that team, from when I was little, coming to games, to my time, obviously, as a student, to my time now as a teacher. It's the only adult job I've ever had, this team. I graduated from Brother Martin in '98. I graduated from LSU in '03. Started teaching at Brother Martin in '04. It's the only adult job I've ever known. Throughout my time, 16 years in teaching, I've relied on a lot of my colleagues that they may not even know. Obviously, with my mom passing almost 2 years ago, some people stepped up and helped me. Ms. Tomachek was tremendous. My parents lived on the North Shore. My mom's last days I spent over there. She came and picked up assignments. She took care of my class. Matt, you don't worry about anything, we'll take care of it. So imagine if you're thinking, man, this team, and we all have our own personal setbacks, and what happens? People give of themselves for the other. And it didn't stop there. Think about the different things that we've gone through in the last couple of years. We had Miss Bricata's daughter pass suddenly 3 years ago. What happened? We bonded together. Mr. Caboni passed away suddenly. What happened? We all mourned differently. We had people step up and take his classes. They didn't think about themselves. They thought about each other. Look at Coach Bonice. He goes down, and the outpouring of love and support that his family has gotten, and you in this room that stepped up and took up some of his responsibilities, Goes without saying. So it's not really a team, is it? It is a big family. That's what it's about. And to me, I told you a minute ago, it's the only job I've ever had. Does this happen in other companies, at other professions, in other jobs? I don't know. This is all I've ever known. So proud to be a part of this family. Now, over my 16 years, Mr. Gallagher came up here and he talked about a style. And that has been a project growing each and every year, trying to tweak things, what worked, what didn't work. And I've taken a little bit from teachers that taught me, coaches that coached me, and you teachers and faculty and staff and administrators every day. I've taken a little bit and I've tried to mold it into my own style. I had to be true to me. And I am outgoing. I can be tough on the guys. I can put my arm around them and you know, when things get tough, you know, let them know that I'm there for them. I had to find my style, and I've taken a little bit from all you along the way to help me do that. Now, we all have our difficult days. There are days I go in where it's tough, I'm tired. Had a late night the night before, grading papers, we have stuff we have to get back to students, we have to prep them for a test. And my energy level is not where it needs to be. I need that extra motivation. I don't have to look very far. Got to look at the classroom right next to me. Got to look at the faculty member who I just was in the faculty office with. Didn't have to look very far to see the exciting lesson that they're providing their students, or how they have their arm around a student who's having trouble at home. So you challenge me every single day to get better. I'm extremely honored to get this award, but it's not special in me. In the building, there are plenty of you that do the same thing. I'd like to give a special thanks out to Ms. Gomez. A big part of me now has been my role as proctor in the Formation Center before school. And I see Ms. Gomez every single day I go in, and her compassion, her kindness, and her patience to deal with students who may be struggling has rubbed off on me. I think that was one of the things I really needed to work on. And seeing you every single day has pushed me to get better in that category. I wanted to be hard on guys, or why don't you have your homework, and then you realize he may have something else going on, or I need to be a little bit more patient and understanding. Maybe something bad happened last night that we don't know about. And seeing you and the way you interact with students every single day has pushed me, so thank you. Also in that Formation Center, there's a picture of Sean Payton on the whiteboard. Everybody remembers the image, do your job. And I see it every single morning when I go into the Formation Center. And I'm not doing anything special. I'm not. I'm doing my job to the best of my ability. I just had the opportunity to do it at the best school, with the best students, and with you, the best faculty. Thank you.